Well, the story call was new to me. In fact, the team that put it together was looking to have Georgia Tech community members, whether they be students or people just affiliated with Tech and the Atlanta community, participate in stories to be shared on campus. So I thought that the basic idea, the premise of having a story crawl in various ways was a good one.
Once he reached the back fender, he put his hand on his gun. Now I was scared. Ironically, I was listening to a story on NPR about Iowa House Representative Stephen King being stripped of his committee seats for saying that white nationalism and white supremacy are essential elements of being an American nationalist. There isn't space in the America of white nationalists for black men. I was being stopped by a white man in a uniform with his hands on his gun, who may have been what Representative King called an American nationalist. I turned off the radio. I rolled down the window before he approached and put my hands on the steering wheel where he could see me. He asked me for my license. I asked, "Officer, why did you stop me?" Gruffly, he said, "Sir, give me your license." My car is brand new. I just replaced my old car right before Christmas and still have the temporary tags on this one, which did not expire for another week. I explained that I was going into my pocket to get my wallet. I gave him my license. Then he said, "You're driving without insurance." I said, "Officer, there must be some mix-up. I just bought this car, and they wouldn't have let me drive off the lot without insurance. There's probably just some confusion."
I think that the story crawl as a product is a good thing for the campus community. The idea of having students and faculty and staff members and members of the greater Georgia Tech community tell their stories and to be shared with the internal tech community is a good thing. It adds to the richness of who we are as an institution. I think for me as an individual matter, because the story that I was telling about was very, very personal, it had to do with being stopped by the police. In my point of view, it had everything to do with me being a black man, stopped by the police with drawn guns. It's part of an American narrative that is well understood, but the experience of having to deal with it personally and the fear and the terror when you haven't done anything wrong, having to articulate that as a story is, it's developmental. It helps to close the gap between the public discourse, the public narrative about the strained racial tensions, the political animus that we're dealing with, and it brings it home in a very personal way.